I don't know what this is. I just threw it in the water. Today we're gonna do a little Walmart fishing. I'm at a retention pond behind Walmart Supercenter. And I was curious, I wonder what you can catch out of a Walmart retention pond. Maybe there'd be some catfish, but I've seen a lot of carp jumping around. Stay tuned, like the subscribe button, hit the like button. Hope you enjoy. Stay tuned. Bluegill, so I have a little split shot, about a foot of line, and this tiny little bait hook. We're gonna catch some bluegill for the catfishing video, if there's any in here. The water looks pretty nasty right now. Do you have any in there? A little deep hole right there. Yeah, we got one. Ooh, this is a good sized bluegill. Now it's a red breast. Wow, this is a fat, beautiful fish. Look how beautiful that fish is. I'm gonna go ahead. This is a little bit too big. I'm gonna go ahead and or he's gonna let himself go. He's ready to go. Go ahead and catch a few more. I want a little bit smaller. Oh, I guess I lost my split shot. There we go. That's about the size I'm wanting right there. He swallowed it. No, he didn't swallow it. Not a bad little fish. That's about the size I'm wanting for my bait. You'll catch one more on this little tiny piece of worm. I lost my split shot, so I'm gonna go ahead, flick it out there, let it sink, and they'll take it as soon as it hits the water, because there's no, yep. Oh man. We got any bait left on there? Nope. So we'll go ahead and rebait one more time with my piece of worm. Just grab, pinch where you want it off, throw him back, rest of him back in the bucket, or the Walmart coffee cup. Go ahead and thread that little bit on. Cast out in there, let it sink or until they take it. Give it a little pull, let it sink. Okay, he's on. No. Flick it back out, let it sink, take off the slack. Okay, we got one. I'm gonna let him take it. Make sure he has it in his mouth all the way. He's on. All right. Beautiful little fish. Well, next time you see me, I'm gonna be in my kayak and we'll be catfishing. Full of bluegill that I'm gonna be using for catfishing bait. Got 3 decent sized ones, so should make some good bait. All right, we got the kayak loaded down full of gear. We're gonna go ahead and take it towards the water, and hopefully, if we have any luck, we'll probably get lucky and catch a few catfish. Stay tuned. We're gonna go ahead and make our way to the spot where usually catch some decent sizers, or there might just be nothing but 12, 13 inches. I don't know, I haven't fished here in a couple years. Last time I was here, I limited out, I caught 25, but the water seems to be in a lot worse shape than usual. So I guess we'll go ahead and give it a try. But the water's real calm, so that's a good thing. We're gonna try 3 spots. We're gonna go up towards those houses right in front of me. It kind of drops off right there. I think the deepest part of this small little retention pond, I think, is like 8 feet. I just don't know how the pressure's been, if anybody's been in here recently. And I see someone fishing over there, but I don't know. We'll figure it out. I know I've caught bullheads, so I hope I don't run into a school of those, because they can get deplenish your bait real quickly. And I don't want to be catching nothing but tiny bullheads. But we'll make it over to the spot. See y'all in a little bit. Okay, we're gonna start processing a few of these bluegill. Okay. I don't think the fish are very big in here, so I don't think a head piece is gonna be very sufficient over here. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut that off, and I'm gonna take a small little midsection piece. Okay. Something like that. Get all the way through. Okay. Put the rest of it in. I'm just gonna cut the belly section off. Like I said, I don't know how big these fish are anymore. I think that's a good little piece. We go ahead and grab the one with braided line, just in case we have some alligator gar in here, or spotted gar, or I'm not telling what could be living in here now. Like I said, it's right next to a Walmart parking lot. We got a 3/0 circle hook. And go ahead and put that piece on. And I forgot my anchor and my pole holder, so I'm just gonna shove this in between, and I'm not gonna cast out. I'm just gonna let it. Well, I'll cast out a little bit. Give it a little. Let this soak right here. Go ahead and tighten it up. Go ahead and tighten it up. I think we had a bite on, but the other one I'm gonna. Did I grab the worm? I swore I grabbed them. I must have left them. That's a little frustrating, but we're gonna go ahead and get the one that has a float on it. It has about the same size as a 3/0 circle hook. Let me see if they even want to bite on worms. I'm gonna put that one I was using on, catch the bluegill on. If I get quite a few bites on worms, I might go back and get them. Go ahead and thread that on, and I'm gonna just cast that one out a good ways away from me, and it can go ahead and just drift. Got high vis line, so I'm just gonna go ahead and let that drift, and hopefully we get a few takers. But it just sucks I left the worm, which probably what's gonna end up getting the most bites is worms. Go ahead and get situated. Hopefully next time I turn on, I'll have a fish on. Well, I think we have a fish on now. We do have a fish on. Swim with it? Yep. No, he dropped it. All right, hopefully next time I turn the camera on, we'll have. I went back to the car, got the worms, and I switched out both poles to have bobbers on it. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop. And I'm gonna go ahead and cast out both rigs. Just being the drift, it was just too difficult. So I'll have this one with a small bobber on with a worm. I'll go ahead and cast that one off to this side, let it sink, and that one I'll know when I get a bite when the bobber stands up. And this one I have cut bluegill on it with a bigger bobber and about a 4-foot leader. So it'll be about 4 foot in the water column, and I'll go ahead and cast that one off to this side, and we'll see which one hits first. Hopefully the bluegill want to go off, because that more likely to be the bigger of the fish, and it's raining, so there's another challenge. Wonderful, this is what I need. No fish being rained on. It's a lovely day, ain't it? Hopefully it doesn't rain too long. It don't look like it's going to. Hopefully it don't start coming down even more. Finally got one on. It don't feel very big. I think it's a bullhead. No, it's a small channel. A very long and skinny channel cat. These are the worst kind too. These are the ones that get you. Look how under malnourished that fish is. That's a 10.5 inch, 11 inch fish. And that fish is very malnourished. Go ahead and let him go. Yeah. Compared to the ones I was catching at the river, the same length, this is a very malnourished fish. Poor little guy. Let's go ahead. Go ahead and let him go. See you later, little buddy. Well, let's see if we can get a couple more. I've been out here for about, what time is it? 5 o'clock? I got here about 2 o'clock, so I've been out here about 3 hours. And I've caught quite a bit of bluegill, but I've only caught one catfish so far. But it is a beautiful day. Water's real calm. Very beautiful. I will have to say, I should have brought some carp bait because I've seen a lot of carp jumping, and they haven't been small. So this might be a good carp lake now, because I don't see how there's that many catfish in here, especially as you can tell how low the water is now, because all of this is usually underwater up to probably where that spout's coming out right there. So it's missing about 3 or 4 foot of water. So I don't know if that's affecting them overfishing, because there's any other lake, if I would have been at Lake Conroe, I would have caught 5, 6, 7 catfish by now. So I'm gonna give it a few more minutes and we'll see how it goes. Hopefully I can catch a couple more fish. Banked up. I just had a bite on that one. The wind is just pushing me too much. Okay, yeah, we have a fish on this. I don't know if he's still on. If he is, it's a baby. I don't think he's on. I think he got off. Well, he might be on. I think it might be a bullhead. No, he got off. At least I know casting out, sitting on the bottom with a fish finder rig, it worked out. I'm gonna recast back out. I've gotten 2 good bites just fishing off the bottom. So I'm gonna go ahead and give that a try. And we're gonna answer the question, does a Walmart retention pond have decent amount of fish still left in it? Stay tuned. Is he still on? Yeah, he's on. Okay, yeah, we got a little, yep, we got a channel on. Well, it could be a bullhead. So today it's just better just to fish on the bottom. They're not really, can't keep the bait in one spot. But this is my second cast fishing on the bottom with a fish finder rig, and I've hooked into a fish. And it seems bigger than the first one. It might be a bullhead, which I think it is. No, it's a channel. Dang, malnourished channel. About the same size as the other one. Oh, that's really unfortunate. Poor guy. These fish are really in bad shape. Like really in bad shape. Like this fish should be, look how skinny and gaunt that fish is. He's so skinny, it looks like a hardhead. But look how big his head is. Compared to how skinny he is, he should be at least almost a pound. All right, let's go ahead and let the filler go. See you later, little buddy. I'm gonna go ahead and make another cast out there, see if we can catch some more. But so far, the only thing in Walmart's retention pond are little small, gaunt, tiny little things. So we're gonna make another cast. We're gonna make a few more casts before I head home, and maybe, just maybe, we might be able to catch a keeper. But so far, it don't look like there's anything worth keeping in here. That would even make a tiny fish taco. And I'm not in big on catching tiny fish anyway, keeping them actually. It's just not for me. So hopefully we'll get a few more bites, because I'm ready to go home. I'm kind of tired. I don't know what this is. I just threw it in the water. I think it's a bass. It is a bass. Oh, yes. That's what's been splashing this whole entire time. Man, as soon as I hit the water, he took off with it. That's a nice little fish. Look at the mouth on him. Say it's about a little under a pound. But as soon as I threw that in the water, he took off with it. I thought I had a gar or a decent sized catfish. And that was on a piece of bluegill with a circle hook. Let me see if I can get that in frame. Yeah, that little piece right there. Let's go ahead and get down here. And we'll go ahead and let him go. There he goes. Right in the back of his little hole. All right, and it was just right there in that little slack, that little deep pot where that water's coming in right here. We'll go ahead and throw that back out there because I think there's another one there. Right there. We'll go ahead and let that sit for a little bit. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's video. It's getting kind of late and the bites died down. Well, I guess we all figured out what's in the Walmart retention pond, and this is gonna be like a new Walmart challenge. Instead of buying stuff from Walmart, I'm fishing at Walmart. So, hope you enjoyed the video. Hit the like button and the subscribe button. You have a blessed and wonderful day.